This is interview number, I think, 5 or 6. But anyway, I'm here in Covington, Washington, and I'm interviewing my stepson. His name's Pierre Nadela. Um, hi, Perry. How are you?
I'm good. It's
Are you here
beautiful
for
day.
your Christmas break from the Navy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good because we're so happy, especially your mom. Anyway, the first question is, how old are you?
I am 25 years old.
25. And when's your birthday?
July 11th, 1997.
Okay, and where were you born?
I was born in the Philippines, Cebu City.
Okay, and can you tell me about your childhood?
Um, what part of my childhood? I've had very.
What's your what first thing that you remembered?
The
Basically,
first thing I remember from my childhood, I want to say my very first memory is just like my birthday. I believe my fourth or fifth birthday,
uh-huh.
and it was me eating at a Jollibee.
Oh,
So
okay.
that was
So
super
you had a
nice.
party at Jollibee.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
super
Did
nice.
did you ask for that, or your parents were the one who just decided to
Um,
bring you there?
no, Mama knew like I love Jollibee, so
Okay.
as a
Okay.
child, and I would always eat there. Yeah, I always thought that was like a super special place to eat at.
Okay.
So,
So childhood, you grew up in Minglanilla. Is that what you're telling me, or Talisay?
Nivelle.
In Nivelle?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
most of my childhood was in Nivelle. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I've been in the house in Nivelle. That's your grandmother's house. So it was like a duplex there. So that's basically where most of your childhood was. Did you go to school? Where did you go to school in your
I
grade school?
went to CIC.
That's
In
Immaculada.
Yes.
Okay. What grade were you there?
Um, I'm gonna say third grade.
Okay.
Like so, I went from nursery until third grade.
Okay. So, and after that, did you go to a different school or you went to the U.S. or?
I went to the U.S.
Okay. How old were you when you came to the U.S.?
I was about 10 years old.
10 years old.
9.
9 years old. Okay. And
Okay, if we want to be specific, it was 8 and I was turning 9.
doesn't matter. We're the same. But anyway, were you excited about going to the U.S.? Was
Of
that something that?
course, yeah. It was,
Okay.
it's always been the sort of uh, the dream back in the Philippines to go abroad and then go to the United States and have a chance at like to live the American life. And
Okay.
so, as soon as they granted me that sort of opportunity, of course I took it.
Okay. So you came with your family, right?
Yes, sir.
Your sister and your mom. Okay.
Yes.
And then, where did you guys stay when you came to the U.S.? Did you move to Seattle area right
yeah,
away?
basically, practically.
Okay. And did you go to school?
Yes, I did.
What's the name of the school?
Bryn Mawr.
Bryn Mawr School. That's in okay, South Seattle. And what grade were you in there?
Fifth grade. Yeah, I went straight to fifth grade from fourth grade. That's
Right.
really loud, by the way.
Oh, it's really
the
loud?
the smacking sound's gonna.
Oh, really? So we're okay then, as
Yeah.
long as you make your voice loud, okay? Because what happened with Krista, her voice was so small that when I was listening to it, I could barely hear her. So it came out pretty low. So we should be fine.
Okay.
Okay. What else? So you went to Bryn Mawr and you went there for 3 years, right? Or 2 years?
No, I was only there for fifth grade, and then it was Dimmitt Middle School,
Oh,
6 to 8.
Okay, Dimit Middle School. So you went to Dimit Middle School. So Bryn Mawr is elementary, Dimit is a middle school. Did you like school or did you have to adjust and
I definitely had to adjust for a bit, but I mean overall, I made some good friends. It was just like
okay
a culture shock for me,
in
and
the
so
beginning?
yeah, in the beginning, and then eventually, I
Okay.
adapted.
Okay, good. So then after Dimit, where did you go?
After Dimmitt, I went to Renton High School.
Okay, that's your Renton High School. And I remember you in Renton, you were very active. You were in the
Yes.
choir, you were doing some plays. So I imagine you enjoyed your high school.
I did. I did. I tried out tennis for a little bit, and then swim as well, and then
Yes,
um,
I remember the swimming.
yeah,
We
and
watched you.
then I gained interest in doing student body work, so I became a junior class treasurer, and then eventually I became the vice president of the student body.
Wow, that's
And
amazing.
by the time I'm in my senior year,
You had your you were very active in school. So anything you want to share during your high school years that kind of you know you remember really clearly that's you enjoy doing. I remember you joined that the Wiz
oh
drama
yeah, I was in that too.
and you
Yeah,
were singing and you had a really big role. You were the scarecrow, right?
yeah, I was a scarecrow, and then I mean did some singing, and then that was super fun.
Uh-huh.
Um, what I remember clearly was just doing when we had a pep assembly, we needed to kind of increase like school spirit a bit, and so
Uh-huh.
we took risks, and we did the roller coaster type cheer where we would pretend that we were on a roller coaster and everything. So we did that, and it was actually really successful because like most, if not everyone, participated in the roller coaster cheer, despite the fact that we had never really done that in school. So that was like a really, that was a huge moment for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's called the roller coaster cheer.
Yeah.
Wow. I never heard of that. I don't think I've ever seen it.
No, we would
Hopefully.
just pretend we were in a roller coaster and be like, and then
Okay.
like people would follow in and everything, and
Oh, okay.
it was sort of like a competition to see which class had the best energy, and then they would get I don't know, bragging rights or something like that. I forgot what the prize was.
So you were very popular in high school, especially
Um,
people. Everybody voted for you to become the vice president of the school.
I ran alone.
Yeah, nobody ran against you.
Nobody ran against me. No.
Yeah, so let's say something else. You didn't wanna, they want you to be the vice president.
Maybe.
So,
I mean, I had good amount of friends, and so I wouldn't call myself like popular or anything. It was just
uh
I
and I
had good
also
relationships
remember
with
that
people.
you did a lot of volunteer work.
Yeah,
Like the cancer and
Relay for Life,
Relay
and
for Life.
then
Yeah.
I was in the green team for a little bit, which kind of just did participated in like Arbor Day, tree planting and everything, and then restoring parks,
Uh huh.
and so yeah, I did a lot of um, volunteer work. It was a lot
Wow.
of fun.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Because when I went to high school over in Kansas City. I only went there for 1 year, so I was so new. I didn't know anybody,
Mm-hmm.
so it was totally different. And I was really shy in high school, so I didn't do much. I just went to class, go
Mm-hmm.
home. That's it. I didn't even join the prom.
I mean, if I was in the same scenario where I only had 1 year, then I would have probably ended up doing the same because it took me like what, how many years to really adapt to the culture, the American culture,
Uh huh.
to really assimilate.
Uh huh. Wow. Okay. So after high school, what did you do?
Um, I joined the military.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
What made you decide to join the military?
I had a really convincing recruiter.
Okay.
So, and then of course I had the support um, from my parents over
Okay.
here, and then
But
so I
actually,
joined.
we were a little bit scared because military. You're gonna be going away, and that's a big jump.
Mm-hmm.
So not only you're going away, but you're joining the military, which is involves if there's a war or something like that. So your mom was actually a little bit worried. I mean, we support what you did,
Yeah,
but we were actually scared for
yeah.
you.
I mean, it's definitely a scary thought, but my experience so far with the military hasn't been dangerous or
But
anything.
is
So.
somebody try to? Did you just talk to a recruiter or one of your friends who joined the military
Oh yeah, that
kind
did
of talk to
happen.
you?
Yeah. So well, she didn't really convince me or anything. She was just talking about like joining the Navy, and I told her how there was a recruiter who called me, and so eventually later that that week or something, I got a call again, and so that's when I was like, let me check it out. And so I checked it out with them, and that's when I decided I was like, oh, I really like the benefits, the possible benefits, and everything, and then the idea of getting the VA benefits and everything. So just being able to travel as well,
Okay.
if you could, and just like kind of going out and just even out of the city for even
But
for a
weren't
bit.
you a little bit nervous, especially when you were gonna, move out from the house, first time in your life, and not only that, you were gonna do the, go through the training, the boot camp.
Oh yeah,
So
boot camp was
weren't you
it's
nervous the first time?
yeah, I didn't mentally prepare myself too much. I was just like, oh, I guess I'm going, and then once I went, and that's when kind of did
Hit
it
you?
shocked me a little bit
Did
because
you
I
have a
was like,
hard time during boot camp or?
yeah, it was a hard time for me just because I I kept taking things too personally whenever
Okay.
they yelled, even though you're not supposed to. It's
Yeah.
just them
That
trying
was
to
part of their
see.
job.
Yeah, it was just like a psychological thing.
They're supposed to yell
Yeah,
at you.
yeah, they're supposed to. They're supposed to make you feel like you're like the weakest link or something like that. And but I took it all personally, and now I don't really do that. So,
Oh, okay.
but
Okay.
after getting through boot camp, it was I mean, it's not like they kept yelling at us for like every single thing. It's not like that at all.
Okay, so
Pretty relaxed.
we came to visit you for your graduation. Was that a big event? Or were you really happy? How did you feel?
Oh
When
yeah, I
you
was really happy because I hadn't seen my family for about 2 months, and all I saw were just like a bunch of random strangers that like I've never met from around the nation, and just like of course I got super homesick because that was the first time I'd been away from any family member for that long. So it was um it was definitely a big momentous occasion for me.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So that was good. And then but you weren't full time Navy, right? You were in the reserve.
Hmm.
Okay. So after that, what did you do? After boot camp,
After boot camp, I got through my job training, and then
where did you have your job training at?
it was still the same place. It was in Illinois,
Okay. Over in the what's the name of that place? The Great Falls,
in Great Lakes.
Great Lakes.
Yes,
So you had your training over there, Great Lakes. Okay. So how long did that take?
that took about a few months.
A
A
few
few
months.
months, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then I went to college right after, and I went to University of Washington, and then got my degree in biology.
Biology.
Mhm.
Okay. How was your experience? Your college experience?
It was fun.
That was fun.
Lots of parties and and I mean, of course, like a lot of places to kind of like grow as well, just
Mhm.
because I was able to have that sort of freedom for a little bit.
You were living on campus, right?
Yeah, I was living on campus, so
Yeah.
I mean, there's some fun parts, there's some super stressful parts, because I
Uh-huh.
mean, it's still college, so I had to study a lot, and like, yeah,
And weren't you in the ROTC program
let's
too?
not talk about that.
Okay, no problem. Okay, and then after college, you got done, and then what you do?
Um,
Your graduation. When did you graduate again from college?
what do you mean?
When did you
Oh, I got
got
my
that
degree in
degree?
biology.
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 What year was that?
2020 during the pandemic.
2020. Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. So what did you do after that?
After that, I mean, that was during the pandemic, so I didn't really get to do a lot. So I ended up landing a job helping my sister kind of open up her clinic
Okay.
for behavior therapy for kids with autism.
Okay.
And then I just helped out for about a year, and then um, and then afterwards, I joined the mobilization. Now I'm here.
That's where you're at right now.
Hmm.
Okay. Did you enjoy that working for your sister, or was
Yeah, it was actually really nice. Like my sister and I would used to play like, like as if we owned a place together and everything. So to kind of like live that in real life, it was actually really interesting because it's like that's
Okay.
what we did as kids, for fun, and then now it's
So,
it's like real life and stuff.
yes.
So
Plus, the two of you are
yeah,
are really close, and
yeah,
because of the age gap with your other sisters.
and
So
it definitely like while I was there. I mean, I definitely got a chance to kind of set the career path that I wanted, which
okay,
was just in the military, really. So
okay,
it gave me some time to kind of spend time with family and everything before kind of going out.
okay.
Uh,
Is that why you decided to go full time now in the military?
yeah, because now that my sister's business was, I mean, like, well, it's not really a business, it's more like her practice, um, was kind of like pretty much good, like, that they could uh, hire someone who's a lot more experienced than I am because I was only like basically the front desk person.
Okay,
And so now that they could afford people who were capable of doing more stuff than I could, then mm, and then at the same time had the opportunity to be chosen for the mobilization, then I thought it was a perfect time for me to kind of like separate from that and then focus on
okay.
my career path.
So you wanna do
Yeah,
something on your own,
yeah.
basically.
I mean, and it was like it's nice to be able to help out family and stuff like that, and it also allowed me to what's that called? To kind of
Reflect,
yeah
think
reflect on
what
like
you
why
wanna.
I wanted yeah.
Okay. So you're in base in San Diego now, under training, and you're gonna be deployed. Where are you gonna
Yes.
be deployed at?
This is a lot of personal information.
Personal. Okay. No,
Yeah.
just say no. Okay.
Okay.
If it's I'm not allowed, then that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So you're just in the Navy right now and doing a lot of training,
Yeah.
and uh, and that's where you're at right now.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. And now I'm visiting.
What's your future plans? I mean, are you gonna be with the Navy? Well, I'm pretty sure you're
Yeah.
gonna retire with the Navy thing, but are you planning on doing other things too besides Navy?
I'm definitely wanting to explore more career paths.
Okay.
It's more like I'm trying to see how this deployment goes and see how that works and see if
Okay.
it's something that I want to continue.
Okay.
And then while I'm doing that, I'm also doing other things like going, getting certificates for different trainings and stuff, and then submitting applications and everything for. Um, so yeah, so it's a lot of exploration, but
But are you enjoying it? Are you
yeah,
having fun
I'm having a
doing?
lot of fun.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That's the most important thing. As long as you're happy, we support whatever you do, Pierre. So there's no problem with our end. But of course, we're always nervous. You know, we're always thinking, well, how's Pierre doing?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
so, but we support whatever you decide. Because it's your life, it's your future. You have to live your life basically what you want. Not other people
mm-hmm.
tell you what to do, stuff like that. So I guess, is there anything else you want to add on to this interview?
No, I
Okay.
basically told my whole life story, so.
Well, that's basically this interview. It's gonna be like a nutshell of your life story. We don't have to go to details, but basically steps from your childhood until what you're doing now. Otherwise, we're gonna take all day if you talk about all the
Yeah.
details. So, if you want to do a special shout out to anybody, you can go ahead, do it. Or
I don't really have any.
okay, sounds good.
Shut up.
So thank you very much for the interview. The reason why I'm doing interviews, basically, I wanna record people's life story so far. Since you're still young, in 10 years, if I'm still alive, I wanna do another interview with you because you'll probably have more
That'd be
life
pretty
stories
cool,
coming
yeah.
up. You create more stories. So I'm basically doing it so I could record people's story so far in their life, because you never know, people is gonna reflect on this later on. They're gonna say, "Oh, I wanna hear Perry or something of Perry."
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
thank you very much,
Well,
Perry.
thank
All
you
right,
for having
okay.
me.
You're welcome. Here we go.